Diddy and Cassie settlement? Well, you want to talk about it, grab your snacks, let's go. Now, I was supposed to be coming to you guys with part 2 of the 35-page lawsuit, but wow, what a difference a day makes. You guys understand that settlements are very normal in this industry. I knew one was going to happen, I just wasn't expecting it this soon, and I'll tell you why. Most people don't want their case to go all the way to trial, because your business will be in the street. To really prepare for a strong case, especially in civil law, where we're talking about a lot of money involved, it might be a good 6 months or maybe even more, depending on all the issues, to really develop a solid case. To see a trial all the way through, you have no idea how many people I got to involve in this lawsuit, all the subpoenas that I will send out for witnesses, a deposition. We haven't even touched on discovery. It is quite obvious to me that Cassie had an amazing case, and Diddy didn't want half of that information to come out. Well, how do I know? Well, this trial could easily cost $500,000 into the millions. Diddy is almost a billionaire. The amount of money would have cost him to fund this trial would have been just like him ordering a cheeseburger. It would have been nothing. If I'm a billionaire and you're accusing me of doing God knows what with God knows who, and it's not true, oh, trust me, I'm taking you down all the way through trial. You better ask Johnny. Defamation. But if I actually did it, I have way too much to lose to let that tea come out, so I'm going to do whatever I need to do to hush you, and quickly. Y'all, the writing on the wall is so obvious. It's plain to see, at least to me. He's almost a billionaire. It would have cost him nothing to expose her for lying. But he chose the latter.
This says everything. Start the show. Yo, Cassie hit Diddy like, I have some accusations and I need cash now. Call 1-800, P. Diddy better pay now. Lawyers, professional lawyers, people who have been lawyers for 30, 40 years, have been all saying they have never seen a settlement that quick. It was straight up, grand opening, grand closing. We not doing this. We not doing this. Diddy saw what's been happening to Will Smith and was like, put that bitch on an NDA right now, right now. Okay, this topic we've been talking about, I've been trying to keep it light, y'all. I swear I do. I really do. But it's hard to keep it light when the world is doing what it is. I'm going to talk about Dexter Wade. If you're not familiar with this, Dexter Wade is a brother who left his house one night last March, and after a fight with the family, he was walking down the side of the highway in Jackson, Mississippi, and he never came home. If you're not familiar, I know this show is in Chicago. A lot of my people are in Chicago that's watching the show. If you've never been to Mississippi or someplace in the South, when you leave your crib, like the streets, the roads, like even like main roads, they are like, there's no sidewalk. You know, you walking kind of like in the, just like in gravel, or sometimes in the median between the home and the house. I forgot what it's called. Easement. I stopped and looked it up. Don't be mad. That's the whole point of this. Anyway, the easement. He's walking along the easement, so you got like gravel and easement. There's not necessarily a sidewalk or a space. He's in a lot of areas of Jackson and a lot of places in the South. It's very common. It's common in suburbs and like rural areas up north. And but anyway, I'm just gonna let them tell the story.
He
Go.
was my only son, and I would have never thought this had happened to him.
Betterston Wade says she last saw her son Dexter on March 5th when he left home after an argument. Days later, Wade reported him missing to the Jackson Police Department. Wade said she spent months following up and searching the city for her son, even asking for help online. What she didn't know was that Dexter was already dead and buried in a grave marked with only a number at a cemetery outside a county prison. According to his death certificate, Dexter was killed on March 5th, less than an hour after he left home, when he was accidentally struck by an off-duty officer driving a Jackson police SUV near an interstate exit. Wade says police told her about the incident on August 24th, nearly 6 months after his death.
Give me a reason to really, why y'all did not contact me? Why y'all didn't knock on my door?
Wade said a coroner identified Dexter from a prescription medication that he was carrying and received the next of kin information from a medical clinic. According to Wade, the coroner was unable to reach her, but she was told Jackson police tried to contact her several times. Wade said,
So what they're trying to get us to believe is that this happened on March 5th, I believe the date is. This happened on March 5th. The brother goes off March 5th, gets hit by an off-duty, that's very important, an off-duty police officer in a police vehicle. His mother notifies the police a few days later. It says a couple days. So let's say March 5th, let's say March 7th, March 8th. The coroner has his name, his address. His mother comes in, gives his name and address. Jackson, Mississippi is only like 160, 170,000 people, okay? I live in a city much bigger than that. I find it impossible to believe that something in that short a period of time in a town of that size, that they couldn't put two and two together or figure this out. That they weren't trying to cover something up. Like, for instance, that off-duty police officer. Was he off-duty? You know what I'm saying? We have to, yeah. Was he off-duty like that? You know, a lot of cops like to imbibe after work. Was that what was going on? Also, like, was there not an accident report with this? He killed a person. Where is the investigation into what happened with him? Like, what's the backstory? Was he put on suspension? What, like, was the dude walking in the street? Like, where is the backstory for that? They buried the brother in a pauper's grave, then dig him up without the family's permission when the family finds out before the family can get there. And the family's autopsy still shows that there was some bullshit going on. Like, Jackson, Mississippi, I'm not saying that's like the home of racism, but that is like definitely like one of racism's favorite places. But that's probably where, I think Jackson, Mississippi is where racism goes for Christmas. You know, that's where the family gets together in Jackson, Mississippi. I find it very interesting that this story has not been seen on more national media. I am a fan of MSNBC. I watch Joy Reid, Jonathan Capehart, the brothers and sisters on the show. I watch Ari. If I'm wrong, help me out. I don't remember them doing this story at all. I don't remember it in March. I don't remember it in August, and I don't know about it now. Look, I understand the world is hectic, and there's all kind of crazy stuff that's been going on in just this year alone, let alone the last few years. But a case of such blatant criminal malfeasance by the police officers, there's no other scenario where you can imagine somebody hit somebody. The person had identification on them, and they just buried the person and didn't tell anybody, or didn't try to contact their people, or go knock on the door. They talking about they called a few times. You didn't go knock on the door. Again, Jackson, Mississippi, not a huge city. For some people, 170,000 people sounds like a large city. I live in a city of about 250,000, next to a city of 200,000 people. I know for a fact nothing like this could ever happen in one of these cities without it being a major, major uproar. All right, as I tell you all the time, we try to keep it light. Our last story is kind of crazy. Last week, Snoop Dogg shocked America by announcing that he was giving up the smoke, y'all. That's right. Snoop Dogg said he don't smoke no more. And everybody, I mean, I'm going to be 100 with you. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. When Snoop Dogg said he wasn't going to smoke anymore, and he just left it, to be clear, he left it at smoke, it immediately, I'm a regular user of cannabis products, and it immediately made me pause like, wait a minute, what? Now let me clarify why Snoop Dogg stopping smoking alarmed me. Like, Snoop has been smoking forever. He's very much associated with cannabis, but people make changes in their lives all the time. People go vegan. People do all kinds of stuff. But Snoop is like the Illuminati's favorite nigga. Like, Snoop Dogg hangs out with the people who in the know about everything. So when he said he was going to stop smoking, I was like, oh, they done done something to the weed, y'all. They done made weed legal. They done done something to it. Snoop found out they did something to the weed, and then they done something to it. And then this shit came out.
I have an announcement. I'm giving up smoke. I know what you're thinking. Snoop, smoke is kind of your whole thing. But I'm done with it. Done with the coughing and my clothes smelling all sticky icky. I'm going smokeless. Solo Stove Fix Fire. They took out the smoke. Clever.
I ain't never mad. Get that check, get that money, Snoop. And also, I'm very relieved, and my weed dealer is super relieved. He could not lose me as a customer. He would never recover financially. That's the end of today's episode. Once again, thank you for all your likes, your follows, your subscriptions, your snaps. Please keep sending us to your friends in the DMs. Give us the stars, give us the hearts. Do all the things that help make this a thing. We trying to go viral, baby. You know how this works.
Ha 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 ha!